Hello. I thought today I'd talk about The Prince, not the Machiavelli version, but the thing produced by Gary Janetti, who also does the voice of the titular character, Prince George. Now, this is a star-studded vocal performance. It's got Ian Rheon, the fellow. I've always had a great fondness for him because he's as good as Damn It, He's Born on My Birthday. He was in Vicious, he was in Game of Thrones, he's spectacular. He does very well as Prince William in this. Orlando Bloom's there as well. Yeah. Frances de la Tour, don't know really whether I entirely get the guns singing queen, but she's not bad. The real problem lies with Dan Stevens, whose thing of Prince Charles is excellent. Actually, his thing of Prince Philip is excellent. It just seems misjudged that he's involved in this program that vilifies and pokes fun at a man who is old and ill and actually has now died. I don't quite get the satire, and I don't quite get the idea. I can understand why the program was delayed in being aired because of Prince Philip's death, but I don't see that it's relevant and shouldn't have been. And I think it should have been edited and that character removed. It just doesn't make any sense, and that's not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is Prince George. I don't understand how we can, on the one hand, talk about anti-bullying and on the other hand ridicule a 7 or 8-year-old child, no matter what his parents do or no matter who he might become. We know nothing about him, and the character on screen, written and then produced and then voiced by Gary Janetti, is just Stewie. And Gary Janetti has written for Stewie. He writes for Family Guy. He's written for Will and Grace. Spectacular shows. He's one of the producers and writers of Vicious, one of the great TV sitcoms of the last few years. But this is a mistake. This is distasteful. This is disturbing. And also the animation is second rate. And I'm saying that as somebody who's interested in and knows what it's like to do animation. I'm interested in the vocal performances. I know what that's like as well. It's tough. These jobs are hard. And once you've committed to a program like this, I can understand it's difficult to pull back. But pull back they should have done. Because this is disgraceful and a disturbing and I think ultimately a regrettable piece of television. And Imelda Staunton, this is a day when we see Imelda Staunton splashed across the Daily Telegraph, not looking very much like the Queen. She reminds me of the lady she played in Pink in Harry Potter. And I can think of Imelda Staunton, one of the great actresses. I remember her playing Dorothy at the National Theatre. I remember her even more when she played, the baker's wife in Into the Woods, one of the greatest productions of a musical in the West End, I think, in the last 30 years. So there we are. Do ring the bell and subscribe, and I'll see you later, probably very soon. Bye-bye.